Alright, so I just straightened out the cardboard. I cut some better lines. So I put driver with an arrow that way because if you're sitting in it like we are right now, we're sitting in it, will be the front. So I want to indicate for sure that this part is the driver's side and this side up. Make sure that, because if you flip it around, the measurements will be off. So now what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to put it back in the Jeep and mark on the under the dash where this part ends, so I know where to measure from on the next piece. And I think at that point we'll be pretty close to just cutting the next piece of cardboard. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and it'll be a little difficult because the shifter's in the way and everything, but we'll get it done. Be right back. Alright, so got that part done. It was pretty simple. The wires could just be tucked on top of that, and I just had to cut this little curve out here. There we go. Cut that little curve out there, and that'll line everything up. So I'm gonna get up there, mark it, cut it along here. Then all I have is this little area on this side. I really hope it's long enough. I measured a few weeks ago and it said that was just over 4 foot under there. This is at 4 foot. So I feel like I'd be all right, but we'll see. I'll get to cut and then I'll come back to you. So what we're doing now is that I traced out the template.
Panel?
Yeah, the piece of cardboard down here. The template.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm using 10 snips to cut it out. I'm just going to cut straight across, then that 90, then I'll cut that out when I'm finished, and then we'll test fit it. And it's really annoying because the bolt there on the side of the 10 snips makes it so you have to, like, can't do it exactly straight. So you got to be super. Open up this garage so we can just go back and forth. Ignore the mess. No, don't. I said
Just
ignore.
look at it.
I said ignore it.
Just look at it. Oh, that's good.
Cut my cord.
Help.
We'll be back.
I have an extension cord.
Yes.
Look at it. Would you look at it?
It's real extension-y.
Wow. Why wouldn't you just plug what you need to be? Okay.
Are you questioning my tactics?
Woo!
Okay. Can't put that on YouTube, dude.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You did.
I'm just showing the wire.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna clear this off unless you're gonna cut it off.
Nah, I'm just gonna use the sander. Something will fall. Woo! Eye protection!
Dumbass of the year.
Yep. The second time I did this today.
What?
I was drilling something and I
Okay, you win dumbass
well, I
of the
forgot
century.
that it goes both ways. I thought it just only went down that way. We'll be back again.
Yeah.
Sanding. Fun? Yes.
Bye, Kyle.
So it doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be, safe enough where we, don't cut the shit out of our hands. Which, I mean, that's still pretty sharp, but it's better than what it was before.
Fair enough.
So we'll go cut the steering column slot out of the way, and then we'll mark some holes for some drill holes.
Sweet, we'll be back. Moment of truth.
Okay, so you come down here. You can see that I'm too short or too long next to these pedals. I'm not flush anymore. So I gotta cut those out. That won't be too hard. I'll just go up maybe a ½ inch and cut over. And then I should be flush with that.
With those two right there.
yeah, the brake and the clutch pedal, so I can be flush and they'll still be usable without being in interference.
All right, tell everybody what stupid mistake I did.
Yeah, we may or may not use all the footage that he got because he was holding it upright.
I guess.
Instead of to the side.
Yeah, because
he's not a YouTuber. I mean, I'm not either. I just upload videos.
What?
Can't be saying that.
Oh.
Gotta delete that. Leave
Help.
that out. Help.
Help. Fines. Fines.
I think that'll work. I just need to go a little farther. I went too short. I went too short. So we'll go flush again. Like that. Oh, wait.
Oh, it
How's
does work.
that? Push in the clutch pedal, would you? Not all the way, just back and forth a little bit. I'm gonna trim that just in case it gets in the way again.
Okay. Well, back to the trimming.
There. That'll work. You can see how it's flush up here. So now I'm gonna drill holes so I can put it up. But see how it's kind of dangling like
Oh yeah.
it's not. It'll do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can find a support mount up in here. I don't think I can. So what I'm gonna do is I bought this flat bar here, and I'm going to bend it so I can bolt it onto the firewall, and then I'll come out from the 90-degree bend so I can bolt onto that so it's a supporter on the other side. But first, before we do that, that's going to be annoying, so I'm going to wait. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to mark holes on that where I want to drill them, to put it up there and mark the holes on the frame where I want to drill them. So we got to figure out what size drill bit we need to use. So what I like to do is just get a scrap piece of wood and see what gets close, like this one here. That's close. I'll drill it into a piece of wood and fit it. If it fits good, or if it's too big, I'll know. So I got the drill on the other side. So I'm just going to use this because no one cares about it. I'm going to drill in there, drill out. I'm going to get my screw.
Hey, will you blame?
And test it. Yeah. See, that's just a bit too small. So we're gonna try one size bigger. And I might have to get a bunch of little washers to fit on it, depending on how well this one fits.
That one might be a little too big.
Testing it. That's pretty damn close. I'll go one bigger just to be on the safe side, but I'll leave that out. Oh, that's good. That's a little too big, but damn. I think I'll go with the smaller one, just so when I drill it, everything will be straight, you know?
I mean, you can't go smaller. You can always go bigger.
Yeah.
So if you need to, you just...
Well, this here is that size. And if we get close to it, I can push it in, and it'll stay. And it'll work real hard to get to it, but I can move the drill around when I'm drilling it in circle motions just to make it a bit bigger. Not sure how well that'll work, but
hey, it's
yeah,
worth a shot.
we'll start small, work your way up. So we got everything shoved. I need a straight edge, so I got one over here, I think.
Don't mind the garage, it's cluttered. It's okay.
Not the garage.
What?
Huh?
Yep.
Look, this one is magnetized.
Magnetized. Wow.
No, fancy schmancy shit.
Must be nice.
Hell yeah, it is. Okay. So, I want to stick it, try to be level as possible. I got about 3/4 of an inch or a full inch on the underneath of the dash where it goes, where I'm drilling into. So I'm not sure best way to do that. I guess will just be flush. So I'll try to go in the center of it, you know, theoretically, and I'll just put one on the edge. Can you see that? Can you see that doing that? And I'll put one there. Put one here.
You're just a knockoff Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
I just want you to know
I
that.
wish I was that legendary. And since I'm using a Sharpie, it already marked on the level where I'm going. So I'll just center out the first mark, make it level as possible. Then I'll just mark where I marked it before.
You guys think he should grow his beard back there?
No,
Yeah, I do.
it's too hot.
What?
And we'll just go all the way down with that. Fuck.
Watch your profanity.
That's fine. And then perfect. Leave me enough room on that end, like I did that end.
Cool.
So we'll hit. Oh shit! Tap the first hole with a screw
Give a
or
little
something.
tap tap.
So my drill doesn't move around. I usually just use a screw, because I don't have a punch. We'll just put that in the center. It punches a hole. Yes, so you're out.
There.
Yes, so when your drill doesn't around, stretching outward.
Giving it earrings.
Right. See? The drill did not move around or anything. Got it. That's it. Oh, I guess like somebody's flushing. All right. Don't go too fast. Don't go too fast. Don't catch it. Bye. Right. You're coming to me. Yes.
Very pretty.
We'll take this with us, and we'll go to the Jeep.
We'll be back.
Do I have the Sharpie?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, grab that Sharpie, it's under the hammer. The big one. There you go.
We'll be back. Yep.
Okay, so I pre-drilled the holes. Gotta test fit it again. Put it where I want it. There, okay. I'm gonna make it flush. And then I'll get, you got the Sharpie?
Yeah.
Get that the way I want it. And then I wonder if I can, did that go through? It did, okay. So, let's see, how's the easiest way to do this?
Just drill the bitch in. Put a washer.
No, it won't work like that, because remember how I use a screw to pre-tap a little punch for like the punch? If I don't do it, then it'll move around up here, then it won't be straight, level, or anything.
Cool.
So I gotta mark it first, then go out and tap it and drill it.
All right. Well, it's good to go.
There on the front axle, on a YJ, there's a two-piece axle shaft. So that means that the driver's side is one axle shaft to the differential. On the passenger side, it's split. So from the differential to right there is part of the axle shaft, and then to the wheels, from there to the wheel is a second part. What I have is it used to be vacuum. The vacuum line broke, and it wasn't vacuum sealed. So I took it out and I bought a $125 kit. It's a cable front end locker. I forgot the brand, but you put it in there, and the fork holds onto the sleeve, and when you pull it from the cab, it'll slide over and it'll lock it in place. And the way I had it before, it wasn't working very well. So I'm putting this up so I can install it later correctly and have it so it's not just zip tied, which it was before.
Yeah, thing was.
It was not fun.
No.
So I did the first two holes here, or marks. Where are they? There they are. One's there. That one right. Where is it? There. That's my shadow. The one over here. I'm gonna drill those